Good evening. Sorry I can't be with you in person tonight. I'm actually off at an interview, so I'm doing my part of the presentation from my computer. My assignment as part of this presentation is to take a look at this particular article written by Packel and Rode, and we're doing that through the eyes of this particular case study that's been presented to you. So I'm going to just look at it from this case study. This case study, or this article is packed with examples of unethical behavior at the mega level. Huge nonprofits that have had some nationwide news because of unethical behavior, but frankly, most of us probably won't work in that size organization or be in a place that we would land on national news. So my question for us is, how can we apply this article to sort of the small and mid-sized nonprofits we work at? So a couple things stand out. First of all, the article identifies 6 primary sources of ethical issues in nonprofits. They say that ethical issues primarily arise in compensation, conflicts of interest, publications and solicitation, financial integrity, investment policies, and accountability and strategic management. I want you to take just a minute, look at this list of 6 things and ask yourself, which one is at play in our case study? Maybe there's 2. So think about it for a second. Okay, now that you have your answer, I'm going to ask a couple of you to share. Which one or 2 of these stand out as the ethical issue at play? At first glance, we might think that this is an issue of financial integrity, or maybe even conflicts of interest. However, I would say that this case study is more a reflection of missional drift, or of the 6th point here, accountability and strategic management. You see, I think what's going wrong here is that it's actually a core issue of focusing on the wrong thing. The manager, Betty, is focusing on this candy program rather than the actual organizational mission of helping students. The second major thing this article takes a look at is it says, how can nonprofits prevent themselves from facing ethical issues? And so they provide 3 different steps that a nonprofit can take. The first thing they say is that they can create effective codes of conduct. Create a code that would say, here's how we determine what new revenue streams are appropriate. The second thing they say to do is they say to promote effective financial management. There should be a clear policy in place saying where new revenues are going to be spent and how they're going to be used and how we're going to track and record that income. The third thing they do is they say to institutionalize an ethical culture. This means that a nonprofit cannot become an ethical organization overnight, but it's going to take institutionalization, that everyone's going to have to come on board and believe in this process. I think here's a really great quote to kind of summarize this one from the article. Often, the most critical determinant of workplace culture is ethical leadership. Employees take cues about appropriate behavior from those at the top. Day-to-day decisions that mesh poorly with professed values send a powerful signal. No organizational mission statement or ceremonial platitudes can counter the impact of seeing leaders withhold crucial information, play favorites with promotion, stifle dissent, or pursue their own self-interest at the organization's expense. In our nonprofits, we can begin to institutionalize an ethical culture. We can promote financial management, effective financial management, and help to ensure effective codes of conduct as a way to prevent ethical issues arriving in our nonprofits.